Last but not least, we move on to Turkey. Ms. Denis is a Bulgarian journalist based in Ankara, which is probably not the easiest working environment for a journalist, as we could also see from the German point of view in the last couple of weeks, with some issues that we had with President Erdogan on the interpretation of the freedom of speech, also in the comments on how journalists have been treated, or given the number of journalists in prison in this country. So I very much look forward to hear your perspective from Turkey.
Здравейте. Well, I thank you very much. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for your participation in this conference. For me, this is an honor, most of all because I'm originally from Bulgaria. I was born in Bulgaria, and when Bulgaria and Turkey were the leaders on the front positions of NATO, but it's been for 25 years. I have lived in Turkey, and now Bulgaria and Turkey are partners in NATO, and this gives a very special link in connection between the two countries, where my topic is the hybrid wars and the reflection of the hybrid wars on Black Sea region. And I'm prepared to speak on this very same topic. I do not really know what the leader of the panel would say. It's the freedom of the media was mentioned, but I'm prepared to speak about the Black Sea region topic. What would you say about that? What is your opinion on that? Would you say yes? Shall I speak on the Black Sea region topic and issue? So now I may continue. As I said before, I live in Turkey, and it is not only Black Sea country, but it's a key point. It's been a key point in the region for many centuries. It's not just nowadays. And my presentation is related to hybrid wars, but nowadays I might say that the hybrid war has involved the medias as well as Turkish media. Because since it is, well, the enemy, the opponent, we say that the opponent in quotation marks really, because it is not a clear point. Peace or war is another logo which has been analyzed, but we also include the public opinion on these issues, because we need to change our perception of what is going on, what has been going on recently. And last but not least, actually the politicians shake their hands off of when they make mistakes. Now I want to tell about misinformation, just an issue of misinformation and the importance of it in hybrid wars. When the Turkish party put down the airplane, when then on the square Taksim, where were the cars for the TV, we were so many journalists. I was there as well, and I was reporting about why the Russian bomber was put down. Next to me was a war expert that I interviewed, and he said that they warned the Russian pilots 5 times, but they didn't go away from the air, and that's why. And before that, he mentioned the engagements of Turkey in the frame of NATO
of defending the border with Syria, which is the basic threat of the security of Turkey since the civil war started in Syria. And after all that, after we talked about all those things, I heard in my ear from my colleague in Moscow that started presenting the threats of Putin, how he will punish Turkey, and he would just put sanctions in many areas, and he called the Russian citizens to go back. So I gave this example because it really speaks about how important it is the misinformation in the process of the hybrid war. So here there is a deep strategy according to in the Black Sea region, and it's based on the regional interests, and also Turkey being a member of NATO and wanting to be a member of the European Union. So in the Turkish media, it's very important that Turkey put really high emphasis on the security of the Black Sea region. Of course, all the countries in these regions are not having the same economic position, but some of them are related very deeply with Turkey. So at the same time, because there is a unique place, the Turkey being in Europe and in Asia, so it makes Turkey juxtaposition to the Russian interests of this region. When we speak about the media and the hybrid war, it's very important here the tone of voice of the media in crisis situation, as it was the expansion of Russia in Ukraine. Media also get a stronger voice and tone. For example, Moscow knew how sensitive Ankara was regarding the Turkish diaspora, the Tatars in Crimea. So their rights to be really observed in the laws of the countries, but it really stepped over the interests of Turkey, and later on it really stabbed a knife in the back, as Putin said in the media. So an important aspect of the hybrid war is the terminology. For example, when Russia invaded, soldiers invaded Syria, so this hybrid war was obvious now. It's a demonstration of war power of Russia, and also destabilizing Turkey on the Kurds question. And so instead of ISIS, they bombed the Syrian wars parts there. So the methods of the hybrid war also include the propaganda influence as cyber attacks and provocations. Another example I will give here: after the Russian airplane was put down, the Russian ship started going.
Thank you very much. Organizers that we are terribly late, and I was given the chance to accept 2 questions. Given the broad variety of different topics, I apologize to interrupt you in the middle of your presentation, but I see you having 10 pages, and I think this would be a proper additional lecture. So I'm very sorry that I have to be that rude as a moderator, but we get the chance to accept 2 questions.